welcome back to Free Falling Thoughts. My name is Free. Today I am going to be finishing up your mind, body, and spirit readings. This is going to be chapter 12, which is going to be the wrap-up. So this is going to be for both the masculine and the feminine collective. The wrap-up is just going to be literally exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be a wrap-up of all of your guys' readings, as well as any extra messages here that spirits would like for you to know. So before we dive into it, just want to note that these are general, they're not specific, they will not resonate with everybody. They are also timeless, so whenever you're meant to come across and watch them is when you're meant to come across and watch them. They are also not gender specific. We are all masculine and feminine energies within ourselves, so take what resonates and chuck the rest. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into it. Spirit, let's go ahead and get the final message here to close out this mind, body, and spirit trilogy series with our divine masculines and feminines. All right, so we have change. So I absolutely love the fact that change came out, because that's exactly what you two are going through. That's exactly what you guys are going through, both the masculine and the feminine collective. You guys are going through so much change, and that's change not only in your 3D, your 4D, but your 5D and above. The foundations are crumbling. Dark nights of the souls are happening. Tower moments are coming down. Foundations are crumbling. Ascension is being made and being happened, and you guys are being guided to your divine paths and being guided to ascend via divine timing, and being able to open up your minds and your body, your spirit, your chakras, to surrender to spirit and allow for spirit to help you heal and to help you navigate through this energy of change. I absolutely love that change is the wrap-up card, because like I said, there's, especially because like I said, we're going through an eclipse, or we're going into eclipse season, and I know that with eclipse season comes a shit ton of change. I even think that's an eclipse in the back if I'm not mistaken. Right here in the back. I know that the divine masculine is definitely going through a lot of change as far as this eclipse season goes. It showed up a lot in their readings. And for the divine feminine, they're going through a lot of change because they're in the 3D, the physical environment. They are entering into the dark night of the soul. So she's going to be going through a giant change herself, especially because, like I said, a lot of the feminines in this reading are feminines who are just just now on the journey. Like I said, whether they're just beginning or they're in the months or even the years stage, where they're still kind of going through the runner chaser, not really knowing how to solidify and ground themselves within the 3D, and being able to open themselves up in the 5D to receive the messages from their guides as to what this connection is really about. And for the feminines, it's really about the connection to self, as far as going and continuing on her own journey while her masculine is growing. And for the masculine, it's trusting spirit and allowing for spirit to navigate him through the void, navigating him to the things that he can't see. All he can see is what he has on his map, and although he does have that glaring of light that he can follow, it's like a GPS system, you know what I mean? Like, the guides just gave him the map on where to go, but it doesn't tell him the obstacles that he has to face going on that journey. And there's a giant emphasis on a lot of change in his life, especially in the 3D you know, environment, as far as tower moments and things that are being shaken up within the 3D. So there's a lot of things, a lot of good things that are happening though, because at the end of each journey there is clarity, there is knowledge, there is wisdom, and there is growth and expansion and abundance. There is power and pleasure, and knowing that there is free will within this connection of both the masculine and the feminine energies. Okay. All right, so yep, let's get some extra messages to finish out the mind, body, and spirit. All right. So as far as the wrap up goes, as far as like, you know, mind, body, spirit wrap up, first card here we have is the Devil. And the Devil is more adherent to the divine feminine than the divine masculine, especially when it comes to her body. This is who I was talking about, divine feminines, when I was saying that you are Snow White and the witch is coming to your door and they are giving you a poison apple, and you are aware the apple is poison, but you are taking the apple anyway because you want to be numb to the reality that is going on around you. So I feel like, as it pertains to the feminine, I feel the Devil is just more of a confirmation that she needs to be careful and needs to be very aware of who she's playing with, although she is in the Queen of Swords energy, so she's very aware of who she's playing with. I just feel that it's more of a be very careful to not allow for the Devil's temptations to cloud your judgment. And I definitely say to be careful to not let it cloud your judgment, for the reason that you're in the Queen of Swords energy and you are very wise. Like, you can see through the bullshit of the Devil's energy. I just feel that for some of you feminines, you're going to take that apple and you're going to go through some shit, and by the time that you come out of it, you're going to be stronger, resilient as the Queen of Swords. But at the same time, it's almost like that I really need to have to do that. Like, if I wouldn't have been so stubborn and actually doing the work instead of trying to numb myself for reality, I wouldn't be in this situation, is what I'm feeling. But at the same time, don't self-sabotage yourself. When that witch comes to your door, Snow White, don't self-sabotage yourself. You can easily take that apple inside and figure out what you want to do from there. But don't just like flat out take that apple and eat it and play right into what the Devil wants you to play into. You're smarter than that. You're wiser than that. You are rebirthing yourself in the sun's energy for that. The Devil can't handle the sun. Burns his retinas off. He cannot see because you have seen the truth that you need to see. And that has nothing to do with the Devil. It's all about casting off the Devil. Warding off those spirits. Warding off that dark energy that apple has consumed you with, consumed you under. Next, we have the Six of Pentacles in the upright. No, yeah, Six of Pentacles in the upright. I, again, also feel like that this is for the Divine Feminine who had the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And it was regarding not seeing any equal reciprocity between her and her masculine, but at the same time also not giving her her own equal reciprocity within herself, aka not giving herself the TLC that she needs. I also feel like that for the Divine Masculine, this is a Divine Masculine learning how to give and take equally. And I know that because, if I'm not mistaken, he had the Three of Pentacles in his overall energy. No, he didn't. I feel like the masculine is carrying his Three of Pentacles. I swear the Three of Pentacles came out in one of his readings, but I don't think it did. But I feel like when it comes to the Six of Pentacles, like I said, the feminine wasn't seeing an equal give and take between her and her masculine is now learning how to collaborate with people, how to work with people. He's learning how to solidify his own Three of Pentacles so he can bring it to you, feminine, and be able to make up for what he lacked. He can be able to share equally with you. Next is the Four of Pentacles. I feel like this is more of, I don't want to say a warning to the masculine, because the masculine was very heavy centered around his stability. I feel like masculine, when it comes to you coming into your abundance, try not to be stingy or greedy or materialistic with it. Short and sweet. Feminines, whole different story. Divine Feminines, for those in the 3D environment who are working through this heartbreak, who are in the Three of Swords, Nine of Swords energy in the 3D, this is Spirit telling you that you cannot guard your heart. Stop guarding your heart. This is literally putting up walls and boundaries around your heart. It's what's depleting you of receiving the love that you want to receive. You're holding on to pain you need to let go. You're holding on to pain that you need to let go of. You know, the same energy that you have allowed for the devil to put you in. Especially considering the fact that it's leaving you imbalanced. It's the Ten of Cups in reverse. It's leaving you unbalanced. It's putting you in an energy where you were misaligned, where you're not aligning with the things that you love and the things that you want. And for my Divine Masculine, it's actually really funny because I don't necessarily feel like there's really much for the Divine Masculine, as far as, you know, the fact that he's learning to, at least so far, the fact that he's learning to bring balance to himself, that equal give and take, you know, because he's working on his half of the Six of Coins. I feel like a lot of this is really a wrap up for the feminine. This is really a wrap up for the feminine, because I feel like the masculine is aligned and guided to what he needs to do, and the feminine is all up in her head. Divine Feminine, you are being misaligned. You are being unaligned. Now, I do see false sense of security. I can absolutely say that for the masculine, this is that Tower moment that's coming in, because you gain that clarity of the false sense of security with that Queen of Swords that was in reverse. That is not your feminine. But for my feminine, yeah, you're definitely going through the dark night of the soul, because in that period of your 3D, there were inauthentic relationships and in thought, I can't even say that, inauthentic relationships and personalities and traits within both you and the masculine. But like I said, I feel like you're so much worried about the masculine. You need to be really focusing about yourself and balancing yourself and realigning yourself, seeing through the illusions of the false sense of security that this devil is giving you once the devil gave you the apple. That's why I'm definitely sitting here like, for the divine feminine, like I said, it's more of like you just want to take the apple to numb yourself and get away from reality. But at the end of the day, it's like you go through all the shit you go through, and by the time you get to the end of it, you're like, damn, it would have just been easier just to do the work in the first place instead of being forced to do it. Because I feel like that's the reason why you took the apple, is because you thought it was the easy way out. When in reality, when you took that apple and you ate that apple from that devil, that puts you in the shadow realm. That taints you in the shadow realm. And spirit forced you to go through the dark night of the soul. Devil wanted to keep you misaligned, gave you a false sense of security that all you were going to do is just, you know, sleep for a little while, and when you wake up, all your troubles will be gone. When in reality, the moment you close your eyes, you're stuck in the 5D. You have to do that work. And it's going to transmute to the 3D, whether you like it or not. Especially because you have the Champion of Wands in reverse. It's being reckless, being jealous. This is being unmotivated, not wanting to move, not wanting to do the work. Trying to figure out why you act the way that you act. Like I said, I feel like this Champion of, like, this is definitely for the feminine. I feel like this is the feminine going through the dark night of the soul. Like, this is her going through the dark night of the soul and learning her lessons. I feel like when it comes to the Champion of Wands, when I see hasty, I also hear you need to learn to not just react. You have to learn how to control your anger. Especially for my feminines who are on the journey, you know, brand new on this journey, and they're wondering why, you know, when it's high, when you and your masculine are riding high, you guys are doing amazing when you're in union, and the minute you come out of union, it's this crash, and when it tanks hard. And you come all in your ego, all in the devil's energy, cursing him out and cussing him out and shoop and all this shit, coming up as arrogant and hasty, just simply reacting, acting out, being reckless, being showy, holding that grudge. And when I say holding that grudge, it's the grudge that was stuck in the apple that made your heart black. I know you feminists are definitely coming out of this, because I no longer feel that energy coming off of you anymore. My heart chakra feels amazing. Why? Because you're in the Queen of Swords energy. This is another reason why I'm like, I don't necessarily feel like this is much of a wrap up for the masculines, but definitely a wrap up for my divine feminines. Absolutely a wrap up for my divine feminines. Because my divine feminines are in the Queen of Swords energy. This is why I said I feel like that this is what she's learning in the dark night of the soul. Because at the end of the mind, or at the end of the body reading, she came out. You came out, divine feminine, as the Queen of Swords in your overall energy, the bottom of the deck. You also came out as the Queen of Swords in your spirit as well. So spirit is telling you in the 3D you're exactly who you're supposed to be, which is the Queen of Swords. But again, this is like you had to go through the devil's energy to get there. At the end of the day, I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like that wasn't worth it. Having to go through all that work wasn't worth it. I could have just done the work in the first place instead of holding out. But then for other of you feminines, because of the fact that you're sitting so much in your devil's energy as well, and the devil paired up with the Queen of Swords is a feminine who should technically be in the reverse in the Queen of Swords energy. Technically. Only difference is that she's aware of what the devil is doing. She's playing into it, but not in a stupidity type of way. And I feel like that's exactly what happened here. You, the witch, approached the Queen of Swords. You, Snow White, as the Queen of Swords. You read right through that witch. You still decided to take that. You still decided to take the apple, knowing the energy that you're in. This is a Queen of Swords who is sitting in her ego. Not in her honesty and her integrity. She's sitting in her ego. So she takes the easy way out, takes the apple, and now she has to go through the dark night of the soul in order to wrap up all these karmic lessons, balance herself out to now become the true Queen of Swords. It's a major change. I'm also hearing changes by her in my head. And I definitely know that this is all about the divine feminine. And like I said, I think it's so funny how I honestly thought that the masculine had the Three of Pentacles in his reading, but my guides made it very clear to me that the masculine is in fact in the Three of Pentacles energy. He's working on balancing himself. He's working on learning how to collaborate with like-minded individuals and collaborate people who vibrate on his same vibrational wavelength. And feminines, you are doing the same exact thing. Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You are also learning how to balance out your own energies. You're also learning how to collaborate with like-minded individuals, so that way you can be reunited with your divine masculine, with both of you carrying the Three of Pentacles to make the Six of Pentacles. That's equal give and take with each other, which is what you're learning, is exactly what he's learning, because you both are mirroring. And this is the same Six of Pentacles that came up in the reverse in your reading as well. You know, over this heartbreak, over this not being able to give and take equally between you and him as far as emotions and energy goes. Well, he's learning and you're learning too. And you guys are going to come together and learn this together. You just have to learn that you need to unbreak your heart. Yeah, definitely a Toni Braxton reference, but I'm not going to say you need to learn how to unbreak your heart. Unbreak your own heart. Okay. You need to learn how to not allow for any past energies to hold your heart hostage. Needing to remember that you cannot hoard love. especially if you're trying to give it and get it. You cannot hoard love. You need to learn how to realign yourself, because there's a false sense of security as well as inauthentic personalities, relationships, and connections that are around you. And personality traits and belief systems within yourself that you need to go through and relook at. And needing to learn to think before you act. You know, really being the queen of sorts energy. Think before you act. Just don't take that apple and eat that apple for an easy way out when you know that there's an easier way out than that. This is also you needing to learn how to let go of grudges. Let go of the things that no longer serve you, especially when it comes to your masculine. You have to learn how to forgive your masculine and forgive yourself. Once you learn how to forgive yourself, you can learn how to forgive your masculine. And remember, forgiveness is for you, it's not for them. And same thing with closure. All the closure you need is within yourself. And all the closure you need is your connection with your spirit guides. There's no need to rely on a man or a woman in any aspect of your life to bring you any type of joy or happiness. You have to learn how to go through that portal on your own. And just trust that any energies or any people, anybody who is meant to be in your life will be in your life, because they are divinely guided by your guides. And they're also divinely guided by your guides because you're also attracting them to you, because you are keeping your energy on its highest wavelength and its highest vibration. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get the message here for Thunder Moon. Change. So change. Accept change. Life, like the seasons, is about change. Take advantage of the change energy and plan ahead. I welcome change and I ride its energy. One of the great truths in life is that change is constant. It is unavoidable and we cannot resist all we want. It is unavoidable and we can resist all we want, but nothing truly stays the same. It is better then to prepare and even direct change by setting intentions and building our personal power from inside out. Seasonally, there are times of the year that have at their essence a profound sense of change, usually the shoulder seasons of autumn and spring. It is at these times of year that we can feel more easily the shift between one season to another. In autumn, the nights grow longer and there is a chill when darkness falls that wasn't there just weeks before. The breeze that blows is no longer balmy. The birds we have been watching all summer seem to have packed up and left, and in their place, new species appear to strut their stuff. We begin to dress with more layers, and we even hunger for different foods. All of these things are signals of change. In spring, it's all about waking up and warming up. Waking up and warming up, and the opposite happens. All of these signals of change. This moon shines down upon the winds, crackling change, clearing storms. The electric crackle of lightning and the boom of thunder echoes across the valley. There are great energies to be channeled in such a time, to be focused towards writing the change with joy and ease. Companion stone or metal, serpentine. All right. Let's go ahead and get your crystal messages here. I will go ahead and take it. So the first one we have here is garnet. And the second one we have one more, please, Spirit. And the last one we have here is Adventure Teen. All right, free fallers, we're gonna go ahead and leave it there. If you've made it to the end of the video, thank you, thank you. If you find it resonating with you, definitely go ahead and drop a comment in the comment box below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Any decks that I use will be in the description box below, as well as on the website. Also, go ahead and head on over to the website where you can receive the extra oracle messages for the crystals, see how they can help you through your journey. Follow me on all my social medias in the description below. And as always, peace, love, and smiles. Later.